This question looks like it's going to be asking us to cite some textual evidence. Let's take a look. Which choice best supports the author's claim that there is common ground shared by the different approaches to ethics described in the passage? Okay, common ground. I'm going to underline that. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rephrase if possible. RIP. RIP. That's our first phase, right? RIP, then wrap. Rephrase if possible, and then read around and predict. So rephrasing if possible. Really, I want to circle in on the idea of common ground. Where is common ground found between the three different approaches to ethics in the passage? Let's just go to these different line citations and do our little common ground test. Literally, I think we're going to say, is there a phrase equivalent to common ground in each of these? Okay, so lines 10 through 11, 40 to 42, 49 to 54, and 63 to 65. Let's look at 10 to 11 first. Their decision. There are different views on where ethics should apply when someone makes an economic decision. Nothing to do with common ground. Okay, next one. What do we say? 40 to 42. From this perspective, some things are right, some wrong. We should buy fair trade goods. We shouldn't tell lies in advertisements. Again, nothing to do with common ground. Lines 49 to 54 is option C. Beginning with take and market. Okay, take fair trade coffee. Coffee that is sold with a certification that indicates the farmers and workers who procured it were paid a fair wage, for example. Buying it might have good consequences, be virtuous, and also be the right way to act in a flawed market. Okay, so each of these represents one of the different ideas from the passage. And then and the next sentence, it literally says common ground like this suggests that even without agreement on where ethics applies, ethical economics is still possible. Awesome. I think that's our answer. On test day, if you find an answer like that, just select it immediately and move on. There's a great value in being decisive, finding the answer when it's very evident like this and just moving forward. For our purposes here, for this instructional video, I am going to evaluate our other choices. But let's check the last one, because this is definitely a strong contender. It literally says common ground in the next sentence. Line 63 to 65. We to facts. We behave like a herd. We fear losses more than we hope for gains. Rarely can our brains process all the relevant facts. Let's read around the chunk and look for other things as explicit as the phrase common ground. Most people, even economists, now accept that this economic man is a fiction. Okay, so most economists agreeing is definitely a kind of common ground, right? It's commonly recognized that economic man is a fiction and we act irrationally, but it's not the common ground that we're looking for. Remember, we're looking for common ground among the three different approaches to ethics, so we can knock this one out. These human quirks mean we can never make purely rational decisions. Nothing pertaining to common ground. I think we have our answer. So this is support for the claim that common ground exists between the three different approaches to ethics in the passage, and the example given is that of fair trade coffee.